Welcome to episode one of AceSpecs PodCast. My name is Dario Cast. You can find me on TikTok at Dario's TCG. I'm joined here by Power360 as well. And then we also joined by I Can't Sleep.
You can just find me on Instagram. I can't sleep. Good.
All right, Podbird360 here. You can find me on YouTube, Podbird360, or TikTok, Podbird360, lowercase t.
All right. So today we're going to be diving deep into a couple subjects. First on this, we have the new set that's going to be coming out, the Twighlight Masquerade. What do you guys think about all the new cards that are going to be being added to the competitive TCG? What do you guys think it's going to be good? What's not going to be good? What do you guys think?
Um, I mean, there's a lot to talk about the new set for sure. Um, I mean, one big thing I really would like to talk about is the deck list that people have been coming out with. They're looking pretty scary, man. I know that what's that Dragon Pult? That's looking to be like the next big contender, probably the next S tier. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of like the Japan streams. I think it's like the Japan's Champion League or Masters League, something like that. Dragapult has been coming on top, as well as like some of the festival decks have been coming on top.
Right.
Some like the rogue decks have been doing pretty good. Um, what do you think? I can't sleep.
I think this is gonna be a whole new loaf of bread. Everybody
Okay.
is gonna be changing the game, and you know, first format or this format was single prizes, and now this format is just, is EXs this format, and the next format is gonna be evolution. So I think the game is gonna be a lot slower, but more methodical.
And
Okay.
that
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and that's something you were talking to me about yesterday actually that you said you like decks where you like to think.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you just gotta play the cards like chess and checkers, So, but that's just my personal opinion. So I feel like, you know, it's just how you play it, I guess.
So that being said, what's
Oh,
like your like most anticipated deck coming into the new set?
uh, I would definitely say Raging Bolt. Everybody's saying
Raging
it's a
Bolt.
meme. Yeah, everybody's saying on Twitter, on not Twitter, sorry, on X. Everybody's saying it's a meme, but from what my research, I've been seeing it. Well, Raging Bull and Palkia has been coming in second place in Japan. So, but again, East and West, we have different mindsets. So I think it's going to be interesting what we bring to the table.
Nice.
What about you,
Yeah,
Dario?
definitely. Yeah. So the top decks, of course, BDIF, Charizard RDX, and then Dragapult are gonna be fighting for first place. I feel like when it comes to like the best decks in format, it's gonna be probably like Dragapult. Another good one would also be Greninja EX,
Hmm.
310 HP. It's a stage two, so you just rare candy it if you want, or you can go through the one and stage two evolutions. For one water energy, it does 170 and it's pretty much like a free quick search. But it does end your turn. But having the ability to be able to grab any card you want and then hit for 170 is pretty insane already.
Hmm.
Then the second attack is kind of like a like single strike coming back like Urshifu.
Mm.
So there, so for the second attack, I think it's like a water and then two colorless. You discard two energies from the Pokemon and then I believe it's due 120 to the bench, which is pretty crazy. But if you pair it up with the new special energy that they're doing, I think it's called like the boomerang energy.
Hmm.
So pretty much what the boomerang energy does, whenever it gets discarded by a Pokemon's effect, it gets put back at the end of the turn. So it's pretty much like a free non-discard. So it's a free attack pretty much. You just keep those energies on there. It get discarded at the end of the turn. They go back on the Greninja. So you just keep recycling that 120, 120, 120 onto the bench, which is pretty insane. I'd say it's if you can set it up early game.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I have it here. It's called Duplicates Barrage. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So any two. So I mean, I guess you would just gotta like boss out if the Manaphy if it's inactive, or they're playing Manaphy. Hit that next turn, take another one.
Well,
So yeah,
to
it's a
be
water.
honest, I don't think Manaphy is going to be in the format as it's, or
Yeah,
at least not going to be as popular. I think the one that's going to take over is going to be that grass one.
Jirachi.
No, it's going to be the bug one. I'll just give me a second. I'll look it up. We can add
Oh,
it here.
Rapska.
Rabska, yes, Rabska would be the one. Well,
Rapska is a stage 1, so you still need to evolve it.
Oh
This is
dang.
prevent all damage from and effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to your bench Pokemon. It's a
Mm.
grass type. Well, like I guess I can see why, because it's a grass type 70 HP, and then the attack for 1 grass. It says this attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So let's say you're playing against like I don't know like Champow or something. And they have like they're loaded up with like 4. That's what 130 damage off of stage 1 prizer.
Mhm.
Or if it's Charizard, you can hit them for
Dang.
like 140 I guess, or like 120, which is not bad. But I think you would have to expend too many resources to play Rapska rather than just playing the Manaphy, because Manaphy is usually just a 1/1 copy. But for
Mhm.
Rapska in this case, I guess you need to go like a 2/2. You still need to evolve it. So it'd be
And
like
that's space in the deck too.
yeah, exactly. They do the same thing, Manaphy and Jirachi. I mean,
Mm.
compared to like Rapska,
Mm.
might as well just play Manaphy and Jirachi. But that's just what I think.
So that means Eva and Evo, the tool cards are gonna be definitely a prominent card in this format.
100%. Yeah, Evolution's gonna be like the way to go. Plus, also, Path to the Peak's coming back in Pokemon 4. I don't know if you guys saw that Iron Thorns EX.
yes, Iron Thorns,
Dun,
making
dun,
one of my
dun.
favorite cards coming back. Although unfortunately, it only works when it's in the active spot. But I mean, there's a lot of things you can make with that. I mean, the one of the big things it also has is like 4 retreat cost. When it comes to like yeah, it's a 4 energy retreat cost, and so it works with heavy baton, I believe so, right?
Mhm.
It works on the future decks. It'll work great on Iron Hands. Iron Hands already being a like semi controlled, now it's gonna be like a bit more controlling with that card on its deck. uh,
Mhm.
there's so much potential. I think the attack does I believe it's like 160 for 1 lightning plus colorless. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, so the attack here, I have it
One.
pulled up. It's a Bolt Cyclone,
Right.
1 Lightning, 2 Colorless. It does 140,
All
and
right.
then after you attack, you move 1 energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon.
Goodness gracious. So it's a pure recycle.
Yeah, so
Recycling
like touching
energy.
base. Yeah, touching base with like the Iron Hands, the synergy is gonna be pretty good. But I'm
Yeah.
guessing it'd be really good in like the feature deck. You start off with the Baby Ride on the
Mm-hmm.
120 HP one. You load up the energies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you get 3 or 4 energies on the Iron Thorns EX, right?
Right.
Thorn.
You load up both
Mm-hmm.
of them. You put it into the active before. Let's say you put them in the active like turn 2, going
Mm-hmm.
second, right? You're loaded up with 4 energies. You hit 140. You move one of your energies to your Iron Hands, and then you can attach from hand. And then maybe if you have to, you can electric generator.
Yeah.
And
I
then
was gonna
same thing,
say.
just keep attaching from hand, attach from hand, move, attach from hand, move. But once you run out of energies on the Iron Thorns, you can switch into the Iron Hands and then just clean up with Ampy very much.
Yeah. Get 3
I feel
prize
like that'd
cards.
be yeah, exactly. I feel like that'd be pretty good if it gets set up pretty early.
Mm.
Plus, if you're playing against like Charizard or anything that requires a rare candy or like a evolution,
Well,
clean up really quick.
anything that relies on
Mhm.
their like ability, like Champow, Charizard getting those 2
Yeah.
energy down. Who would be
Mhm.
another one that's really reliant on the ability?
Mhm.
I can't think of the top of. I mean, even if you go like the next upcoming deck, which we'll talk about in the future, because I'm excited about this deck. Ready Drago, the Star
Mhm.
Requiem ability, I believe his V Star ability, you can't use it. Uh, the new ogre pawns, a lot of them have really really good abilities. I believe that the 2 to look out for is the fighting um, uh, ogre pawn, and then and then the leaf one, right?
Grass, yeah.
Yeah, because the grass one
Yeah.
gets you energy, which that's gonna set up a lot of
Oh, that's true.
grass type decks, and then the fighting one is basically a mimic you EX, where it doesn't get affected by like V's and EXs, and it does like 140, and it's also like a shred, so like it stops a lot of combos. So Iron Thorns is gonna be actually one of like the good ones out there. It's gonna be a good contender. It's definitely gonna do Iron Hands a whole lot better than we might even predict.
Yeah, it'd probably be like a easy
Tier.
matchup against like Lugia or
Oh,
something
that's
like
another one. Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy
Lugia.
though.
that. So you hit it for
So,
weakness,
I
hit
wonder why
280.
Miraidon.
Yeah, dude, you cancel out the Archeops.
Yeah.
You cancel out the Archeops and
Yep.
you hit for weakness.
Yeah, they can't use the summoning
Finally.
star. Yeah, the
Damn,
other
that's
one
a bad
also would
one. That's-
exactly. The other one would also be Luxray. The new Luxray EX that's coming out. I don't know if you guys saw that one too. For 2 colorless energy, I think it's called Fang Snipe. It does 120, and you
piercing
get to
glint?
choose a card. Or that one, yeah. You get to choose a card in your opponent's hand and discard it. It could be any card. You look at their hand and you discard it. Pretty insane. What do
Damn.
you guys think about that?
I think this card is gonna work with this is Fortress. Think about it. Usually Fortress, then Iono to get your really bad card. If you're able to attach 2 grass energy to use that attack, you're doing at least 120. So you're cutting something in half with that, just the damage itself. Plus you're able to cut their hand down to 3, so one less, and it could potentially be the supporter they need. So something like that, you can do something. You can run like a very controlled deck with that. I can't think of the top of my head another way I would use it, but that just came out of nowhere. It was something like that would be very, very, very disruptive.
What do you think,
The
Ken?
control deck. No, the control deck is definitely going to be in the spotlight. Definitely top 5 in every tournament moving forward. So I think it's going to be it's going to be
A bold
annoying,
statement.
Yeah, and even
Yeah,
if it,
I mean with luxury changes in the game, man. If you have almost said which one? You have supporters that can take cards out of your hand and take cards out of your deck, and then you have now Pokemon to it hits for what is it 120, and it takes 2
120.
card or
one card from your
one
hand.
luxury takes 2 cards, and this Pokemon takes 1 card. So like either way, you're getting ripped. Something's got to go. So
Ooh, pairing
it's
this up with
crazy.
Airy, so you
Yeah,
get double
Airy
discards
would
for
be
2.
That's what I'm
disruptive.
That'd be
saying.
insane. That'd be really, really good.
Control Pidgey or Snorlax is definitely the big dude's gonna shine. So it's gonna be
Yeah,
interesting.
actually, that gets me a little bit scared of the upcoming meta in Pokemon TCG. I'm not sure if we've ever played something as stally
Disruptive.
or disruptive.
Yep.
There we go. As this, like, I don't think we've all been like any of us have been playing for that long. But I mean, for what we've seen and the stories we've heard, usually they tend to go for the more aggressive type as opposed to the more disruptive. So I think they're really changing things up with the new set.
It's good though. So I feel like now people are gonna really have to think. Like all right, knowing they're gonna have to know their matchups is what I meant to say. Because
Yeah.
what cards they play really determines can they get around a certain card or can they actually play a card or do they save it? So it's
Yeah,
that's what I like.
now it's
That's
gonna
what I like.
matter what you're gonna search in your deck. Now it actually doesn't matter. Like I'm not gonna lie, where we're at right now, I really don't feel like I need to think too much on what to get. Like from my deck, I think it's pretty cut and clean, and
Yeah.
I know Cast was saying that Charizard's like very easy to play. It's very, it just follows the same process all the time, no matter how you start. I feel like that's the way with a lot of decks. I think with the new set, I think there's gonna be a lot more thinking. Do I really want to Cypher Maniacs, for the next turn? Do I want to do I want to Professor's Research? What if I need this card and they mill out, the other ones on top. You know, you really got to think about it
Yeah.
now.
And now it's just more. It's like there's steps to perform or to be successful now in
Hmm.
this next format because now you have so much I want to say disruptivity, but it's not a word. But if you know, there's so many obstacles to
It
perform.
it's in the dictionary now, man. Don't worry about it.
There you go. But
Disruptivity. There you go.
it's gonna be interesting. So it's
Hmm.
gonna be fun. I feel it's gonna be fun.
Exciting for sure.
Other than what we talked about, what card do you guys think will overperform in this set, in
Like
this
a
next
slept
set?
on card.
What's up?
Like a slept on card.
Yeah, yeah,
I have a few.
Me too. I'm ready. Lock and loaded.
I have
there you
locked
go.
loaded. Look,
What are they? What are they?
look, we can go back and forth. I think I said it, but I think Conkeldor, although it is a stage 2, it's still a single prizer. Um,
Exactly what I'm looking at right now.
yeah, dude, gutsy swing, dude, hits for 250, man. Um,
Yep.
and if it's affected by any special condition, it can use the attack,
Free.
ignoring the cost. I
250
the
for free, bro.
translation might be wrong, and it, like again, but even so, if it if you can ignore the three colorless, you're hitting for one energy basically.
Mm.
Dude, pair that up with Brubonnet or I think there's an item or supporter card out right now, right? That
There used to be a spicy season curry, but that one just rotated out. It was
oh,
a
okay,
B.
it rotated out. Okay, no wonder I don't see that deck no more. Um, but I mean, Brute Bonnet's like one of the guys to do it. Then, it poisons both active Pokemon. This guy gets to swing for 250 easy, dude.
Mhm.
And most decks are gonna be running, unless you go, against Festival, you're gonna be running.
Mhm.
You're gonna be trading 2 for 1.
Yeah,
Festival's gonna be annoying. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and
yeah, that one's gonna be pretty good.
yeah, and then one card we didn't really talk about that we all know is gonna be meta. It's and I'm not sure if it's this set or is the next upcoming set after that. But Ursaluna, dude. Ursaluna just taking over Charizard,
Ooh.
Radiant Charizard, dude. The fact that you can
Yeah.
basically now technically have 2 Radiants in your deck, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's this the Twilight Masquerade.
Yeah. Oh wow. Then yeah.
Yeah, we were at the pre-release. One of the I have it pulled up right here. One of the people I was playing against, they actually pulled the Ursaluna EX, which is pretty crazy to see. So it's Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. It's colorless, has a 260 HP. It's pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Its
Beefy.
ability, it says here Elder's Technique. This Pokemon's Blood Moon attack costs 1 less energy for each prize card your opponent has taken. It's kind of like pretty much like a Radiant.
Radiant
So base
Charizard. Yeah.
damage is, yeah, exactly. So the initial cost is one, two, three. It's a 5 cost. So same thing. It does 240 damage, so it does 10 less. And it can't attack the next turn. So it's kind of like a beefier, I guess, Radiant Charizard. The only thing is, no, it doesn't hit anything for weakness, so it's just the base 240. Unless you throw on like a max belt, maybe you hit 290. But at that point, like if you're at that point of the
Mhm.
game, it's more of like you hit something last turn, but you couldn't knock out, and you just have like 1 or 2 price cards remaining. You bench it, you put it into the active, and then you just swing for free, pretty much.
Yeah. I
It's a
mean,
finisher.
you're gonna swing for 1 energy, but like the fact that it's a colorless energy, that's huge, and it fits into any deck. I mean, Radiant Charizard. I mean, unless you were willing to, relocate 2 energy, dedicate them to Charizard for that fire
Yeah.
energy, there was like really no way you can actually have them on your deck. So it wouldn't really fit on every deck. But Ursaluna, definitely goes into any deck, no matter what energy it'll take at 1, because you want to put it at the end there. And the trade off being just 10 damage, because Radiant Charger does 250. This is 240. Like I'll take that 10 damage difference, man. Most of the cards right now are coming out at 230, 220. Only like stage 2s are the ones you really have to worry about that are 280 plus.
Yeah.
So like the HP is 260. It's like right on that sweet spot. It's not too weak, and it's not like super tanky either. But I mean, going back to it, I mean, one big card that's definitely going to be its main counter is going to be that Iron Thorns.
Yeah, 100%. And then going back to the Ursaluna 4 hitting 240, we're getting a lot of good trainers, a lot of good supporters this set. Like for example, Kyrian being one, he has two different abilities, but you have to choose one. So it can be a free boss. So it's either you switch your active. Oh, sorry, it's a free retreat. So you switch your active with one of your
Yeah.
bench Pokemon,
What's the name?
or Kieran,
Kieran.
Kieran, and then it says during this turn your Pokemon's attacks do
At the
30 more
bottom.
damage to your opponent's active EX or V Pokemon. So pretty much, let's say you're behind, and you just need two prizes to win, and your opponent is down to the last prize. Put Blood Moon is for Lane. You play Kieran, so that bumps you up to 270, and then you throw on a Defiance Band. Since you're losing, it gives you plus 30. So that's a free 300 damage to clean up pretty much whatever. So
That's
let's say
true.
like you
I
punch,
didn't think
you
about that.
you
Cough, cough,
yeah, the
Serena.
thing
Cough, cough.
exactly. Yeah, Kieran is really really good. And also another one. For example, this is an item. It is the accompanying flute. I
I was
feel like
looking at that.
I feel like Palkia is gonna
Mhm.
see a surge in playing because it's gonna synergize so well. So pretty much what it does is says reveal the
Yes.
top 5 cards of your opponent's deck. You may choose any number of basic Pokemon you find there and put those Pokemon onto their bench. And then your opponent shuffles the rest of them. So let's say they have 3 on their bench and it's like early game and you got your Palkia set up already with your 2 energies and everything. But you're still missing just like a couple more, like two or three more Pokemon on the bench, just so you can get that KO. You play Company Flute once or twice, fill up their bench, and then you just hit whatever's in the active for knockout. I
Dude,
feel like that'd be
Oh,
really, really good synergy.
that card is the one I'm waiting for, so I can go back to playing Incineroar. This card's gonna be so good with
Mhm.
Incineroar. Uh, with
Oh
that,
yeah, yeah,
because that ability, the more Pokemon he has on a bench, the cheaper his big hit
the
does.
attack it.
So if you're,
Oh,
the problem is that I've been playing with people and they only they don't overbench. Those that have experience don't overbench. So you're kind of like, having to spend resources on Incineroar.
Yeah,
You're limited resources at that. But with the flute, man, you just get their Pokemon on the bench, man. You're attacking for basically one energy every time.
true, true,
that's
true,
scary.
true. And then there's another trainer. It's called Hassle. It says if you can play this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. So let's say they hit you for knockout, and then you have like a basic in your. Let's say you're playing Charizard, right? They knock out your Charmander, and you put up another Charmander, or you put up a Pidgey. And then it says look at the top 8 cards of your deck, put 3 of them into your hand, and then shuffle the rest into your deck. That would be your supporter for turn, but those 3 cards could be like your Charizard Rare Candy, or like
Mm.
Pidgeot Rare Candy, or like Rare Candy Ultra Ball, and like something else. So I think Hassel is going to see a lot of play also
Dude, that's like the
as like
better
a
version of
comeback
like
mechanic.
that's gonna be like the
Chorus,
better. Yeah, it's a better version of Chorus.
and
And you don't
like
have to.
Adventures Discovery.
Yeah, and you don't
Oh,
have to uh throw anything to a loss zone. One and two, uh it's gonna be good because when you use Chorus in the future set, there's gonna be a card
Yeah.
that's gonna be countering Lost Box for finally. But we'll get into that topic once that set's around the corner. Until then,
oh,
Hassle's gonna be like the next Chorus.
Also Lucian. I feel like Lucian's gonna
Lucian, yeah.
see a lot of play too.
Mm.
Just I feel like for those like probably control decks. So it's pretty much an Iono. You put the cards at the bottom of your deck. I used it at the pre-release. It was pretty good. But for this one, you flip
Mm.
heads or tails. If heads, you draw 6. If tails, you draw 3. And each player has to flip a coin. So it's either it's very give or take. It's either you give your opponent 6 or you give them 3. Or same thing for you. You draw 6 or you draw 3. So
We
it's
we call that high risk, high reward.
yeah,
Mhm.
but yeah, exactly. And then there's a couple other all like for example all the new
I'm
ace specs.
saying
Yeah,
yes, Stays Fix. That'll be the next. That'll be the next one to see. Well, okay, since we're on it, what is your favorite Ace Specs card in the next set?
and the next set.
Oh, dude.
Well,
Secret
Masquerade,
box,
Masquerade.
bro. Secret boxes, dude.
Really?
Secret
Secret
box is
box.
gonna be. It's gonna go crazy, bro. Um, dude, you can use this card
It's
only
in
if
the
you
Lord
discard 3 other
Williams
cards from
too.
your hand. Search your deck for an item card, Pokemon tool card, supporter card, and a stadium card. Review them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Dude, if you want anything to happen, let's say, you get this at the beginning, man. You're set up for the rest of the game, or let's say
A
you're
GG.
yeah, you're like falling behind, and you know exactly what you need, and it falls within this set this list that the card specifies. Then, dude, you're back in the game, potentially a comeback. You know,
Yeah,
like I
that's
mean,
true.
uh, tool card.
Mine is gonna be unfair stamp. Unfair stamp is
Unfair
gonna
stamp.
change
Oh,
it.
unfair stamp.
Didn't you pull that one at
Yeah,
pre-release?
unfair stamp. Yes, I did. Unfair stamp with Roxanne. They can't do
Ooh.
anything. That's the combo that I will be waiting to pull off.
Ooh, you see
I don't know
four.
if it's gonna work, but it sounds good.
Ooh, so total, if you play both back to back, you'll see 11 cards total. So you'll see 5. If you don't like it, you
Hmm.
can Roxanne. See 6. See 6
Exactly.
more, and then your opponent only sees
Yep.
4 cards on both interactions. That's pretty good.
All right. So that's my happy card.
Man, mine, I would have to say it's Scoop Up Cyclone.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Or the new
Look at
set.
it.
I, man, I'm thinking about it because it says put one of your Pokemon and all attached cards
Yeah,
into your
that's
hand.
that's the banger right there. All cards attached
All
to
of
it.
it, no matter
Energy,
what.
tool
So,
cards, anything.
dude, for Charizard, I feel like that'd be insane. Because I'd say you have
Mhm.
Charmanders on the bench, and then the only one you have
Mhm.
is inactive, and it's like down to like 30
Bloop,
HP,
bloop.
right?
Yeah, so
Yep.
anything
You get
anything
straight
anything
up.
that runs Hero's Cape with this card, well, not Hero's Cape because they're both specs, my bad. But anything that's like super tanky, dude, that like I think the new Chansey is gonna be the next like tanky build or the tanky
Yep.
stall. There's one way to get it back into your hands, and you just restart a big old tank again, and it's gonna take them forever to like knock it out.
100%.
Do you think
100%.
Scoop Up will make Charizard better or efficient?
Probably.
I guess.
I'd say so because I feel like it's kind of slept on. No, I've never seen anyone play, but I feel like Charizard Stall is
Mhm.
low key a good deck. I know you've played against I know you've played against it a couple times.
Yeah,
It's good.
it's not for me.
'Cause I can
It's not for me.
see a lot of yeah, I don't know why people don't do this already. But most
Mhm.
people, they lose their ace spec and that's it. They just leave it in the discard. But for like a control deck, I feel like Scoop Up Cycle would be really good because you can Silene the card back. Because it doesn't see on any of these ace specs that you can't use it again or like you can't put it back from your discard into your deck. It
Yeah.
just says you can't have more than one ace spec in your deck. The only one that I've seen the exception for is I think like the stadium. That one you can't put it back.
Mm.
And then yeah,
There's
that's it. But
another
for
one,
everything
right?
else,
That brings back item cards to your hand. I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, I found out Tinkle
Roseanne's
Time.
backup, right?
no. So
Oh no, that's
Roseanne's
just okay.
backup. It gives you a stadium. It gives you a tool. It gives you a Pokemon, and I think
An
one
energy.
energy.
Yeah.
The thing
Okay.
is, it doesn't say basic energy. It says
An
just energy
energy.
in general. So if you're partnering that up with like let's say like legacy energy or like
Ooh.
a DTE or a Neo Up energy, which gives you 2 to your to your stage 2. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
you still have ways to put all of these ace specs back into your deck, whether it be a tool or an item or anything like that. If it's a tool, you have it for sure put back, which is Roseanne's backup.
Yeah.
Um, But if it's an item, you can always play Silene and go for the coin flip. Because Silene, it says any 2 cards from your discard. It doesn't specify what kind of card.
Right.
So let's say
Mm.
they discard Scoop Up Cyclone, or they discard Secret Box. Already used it,
Yeah,
or
Silene is
whatever it
definitely
is. You know.
slept on right now.
Yeah. So you flip those 2. Even if you
Two
just get
popular
one, that's
ones.
all you need.
Yeah.
Cause think about it, right? You play Unfair Stamp, you Roxanne, you draw into the
Mm.
Silene, you hit whatever. Next turn comes up, you Silene, you get that coin flip, right? You get the coin flip, you put the stamp on top of your deck, and then you draw with it. Let's say you have like Pokestop active, you draw into it, or you have Raiding Greninja, you draw back into it, and then whatever hand that your opponent was trying to build up, you disrupt it again and you get another 5 cards. So I mean, I feel like
Dangerous.
it's gonna be really good for control decks. There's so many different options we have now with all these ace specs being included,
Yeah.
and so many different ways to play the game. We might see, there might be something crazy like a champ house style, or
Top
like a
5. Oh, that would be
yeah,
crazy.
man.
That would
Yeah,
be
like a
crazy.
champ house. I'm telling you, man. There's just so many different options now. Like
There's
for
a lot of
example,
potential.
there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people I think are sleeping on the new Aggron. It's a stage 3. Oh, sorry, it's a stage 2. You still have to either rare candy or evolve it also from Lairon. It has 180
Mm-hmm.
HP. It's a steel type. For one steel energy, it says
Oh, that
this
deal.
attack does yeah, this attack does 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. So I feel like that'd fit really
Mm.
really well with like Hisuian Zork, or if you're playing it like a only single player, you can use Gacha
Mm.
Fog. So every time bench something, it takes damage. So
And
let's
you
say
can
you
use this
have
Metal Stadium too.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I was looking at this
yeah,
Aggron and I
exactly.
was like, this is gonna be like the new
Mhm.
Zorak after it gets out of rotation. This is gonna be like, if you like that type of deck list and that's what you like playing, this is kind of gonna be the where you're gonna move on to. Is gonna be this Aggron. Um,
A single
Yeah,
prizer.
it's good.
it's a single price. The only downside is that it is a stage 2 and there is like no actual way to look for one. At least not for metal unless you like Arvin. But like it's not like Irida. It doesn't have like a find this type of Pokemon and the specific energy for that Pokemon to evolve it. Which is why
But
like
you could,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I believe like water is like a very very good typing because of that
yeah.
one card, but like there's nothing much that really takes advantage of Irida. And the ones that do aren't meta. Two of them that I can think on top of my head is Serena and Garchomp. You know,
You.
we're
Mm.
mostly focusing on the water type. Is gonna be
And Palkia.
I mean, with
Okay.
Irida, you can get like a stage 2 with Blastoise,
That's true. That's true.
Greninja, but again, they're not like top tier. They're like for some reason they're not top
Yeah.
tier. And it's weird to me because Meowscarada is actually doing pretty good right now and has the same effect as Greninja. But
Oh, the
Greninja
draw.
has
Yes.
yeah, but Greninja has like better
Masquerade.
support to evolve. And it's weird that nobody's
Yeah.
jumped on Greninja, but they still play Meowscarada. I think it's only the popularity that Meowscarada has is because it can defeat Charizard easily.
Yeah. And you
One
can get
card
it
that I feel,
for
yeah,
14.99.
oh yeah, that's true. That's true. They have like the pre-builts.
Mm.
For what,
One
sorry?
card that I feels like the Miascarada.
Oh, right.
One card that I feels like super super slept on, and it's gonna shine in the new set is Salvatore. So Salvatore, if you guys are not familiar with it,
Salvatore.
it's yeah. So it's a supporter for turn. Um, so you
Oh,
play,
okay.
yeah. So it says choose one of your Pokemon. Grab from your deck the evolution that comes from it, as long as it doesn't have an ability.
That's what I said.
So let's say you're
Oh,
playing
okay.
that with Dragapult, right? You have your Applin, you bench your Applin, turn 1. Turn 2, you evolve it into like the sorry, it's Dreepy. My bad. So you have your Dreepy, you put it into the you bench it, turn 1. Turn 2, you evolve
Mm.
it into Dracoloak. You play Salvatore, and because Dragapult does not have an ability, you can just evolve it right away. So then you have a pretty much like a turn 2 Dragapult
Mm.
without a rare candy. And that leaves you that gives you more options to use your rare candies, whether if you're playing it with Pidgeot, or you're playing it with Charizard, or you're just playing like a slower game. That'd be like a pretty
Mm-hmm.
much a turn 2 Dragapult, especially if you had your attach per turn the previous turn.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because then again, it only takes 2 energies. It takes a fire and a psychic. Fan of Dive, it does 200 damage to the active, and it also puts 6 damage counters on the bench Pokemon any way you like. So let's say you pair this up, you play like Dragapult Lost Box. So you're playing your main attackers, your Cramorant, your usuals, Comfy, Cramorant, Horus. Then once you get to 10, instead of playing the Giratina, you play the Dragapult, and then you play like 2 or 3 copies of Sableye, right? And it synergizes because they both use Psychic. You hit
That's
you
true.
hit 200 move damage counters with the Dragapult. Let's say it gets knocked out, you put Sableye in the active, you clean up with your other 12 damage counters that you can move anywhere you want. And then to move even more damage counters, you can put in Raid and Alakazam. So I feel like that'd be pretty busted if you can set up early with a Dragapult Lost Box. I'm calling it right now. Dragapult Lost Box is gonna be crazy.
I hear you on that one.
I don't want to believe it. That's all I'm gonna say.
You
I don't
don't?
want to believe it. I can't
Yeah.
wait till the next set, so Lost Box is no longer a thing. That's what I gotta say.
Nah. Lost Box is only getting stronger, set by set.
Dude,
Hopefully.
the Kyurem.
But there's this other card. It's called Boomerang Energy. I just started reading it. I know
Yes.
it's not an AceSpec card, but that is crazy. That
Yeah,
it
that's the one
won't
I was
like
talking about.
after it's discarded. You just that's crazy, man. That's
That's the
beautiful.
one I was saying. It synergizes like crazy with Greninja.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it discards
Yeah.
2, you put them
You're
back,
right.
and
You're
then you
right.
just keep hitting again for free. It's insane.
That is.
Let me see if I can find that
This
card
Yeah.
is
here.
gonna be crazy.
It's crazy.
Let me see if I
It's
can
all the way
find
at the
that
bottom.
card. Okay, the Boomerang Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. If this card is discarded by effect of an attack used by the Pokemon, this card is attached to it. Attach this card from your discard pile to that Pokemon after attack. So you don't even lose energy.
No,
Yeah,
that's the
bro.
thing. You
That's
never lose the
crazy.
energy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That goes crazy. There's a lot of cards that
That's
discard
perfect.
their energy. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of fire
I-
decks actually have that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like Arcanine EX.
It's like a free retreat.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
is Arcanine in colorless?
No, it's
No.
They're all fire, right?
I think it's like 1 or 2 fires.
No,
I
it's
mean,
3 fire.
1 or
It's 3 fire.
2.
It's 3 fire. Arcanine
Really?
EX
Yeah,
is
then
2 fire for Raging Claws, 30 time plus any damage counter on this Pokemon,
yeah.
and then it's 3 fire for Bright Flame, 250. Discard 2 fire energy from this Pokemon.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess only
That could've
gonna.
been good.
I think it's only gonna work on that Greninja then. I mean, there's a few other cards, but I mean, let me see. Discard energy.
Dude, the enhanced hammer, the item, dude, it's literally a direct Lugia counter.
It's
Discard a special energy
shining.
attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Pair that with Giacomo for turn.
Yes.
Insane. Dude, Giacomo, get rid
Can't
of
do
one from
nothing.
all of them.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Another good card that's gonna come out, and it's a stadium, Jamming Tower.
Yeah, tools don't have any effects.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
looking
you
at
can.
that earlier.
So I mean, let's say your main air HP is 250. They bring out the Ursaluna with the Fine Span. They can't knock you out, man. They can't knock you
Yep.
out.
You're safe.
You're safe. I know. Yeah, a lot of the ace specs are tool cards, so those are gonna get nullified. So that's gonna be good.
Yeah, like Hero's Cape's gone.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
No.
For people who are looking forward to Serena coming back, Panic Mask is not gonna be useful in this.
No.
So that stadium jamming tower is actually gonna be really really good on a lot of a lot of those decks that just control the game, man. Those control decks are just gonna run rampant this new set.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
to hold on. Am I good? Do you have anything else?
Oh, no, you were saying? You were saying. I got you.
Oh no, just to wrap up the podcast. Have you guys seen the secret rares
Yeah, I was about to say. I was looking at
for
them
the
right
new set?
now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
the one
looking
I
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the one I really really want, because Gen 4 is my favorite generation of all time. Is the full art infinite.
Mm.
That's the one I want. The secret art. It looks so sick.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That they went all out
Looks
with
like a
that one.
manga.
They also went
Yeah,
all out with
Yeah, but finally,
Let me see.
right.
Let me find it. Let me find it real quick.
The Kilowattrolls looks amazing. The Chimecho looks
yeah,
amazing. You
yeah. They
know,
even gave some love to Ursula or the moon, the blood moon.
I can't find Inferno. Oh no, wait. There we go. Found him.
they did. Yeah, they gave it a full
Oh
art
yeah,
and they also
photo.
gave it a
Yeah,
gold. Yeah, they
Uh,
gave a secret art
yeah.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
ready for the gold cards. Yeah, I'm ready for the
I'm
gold
ready for the
cards.
gold card. Honestly, though, they outdid themselves with the
Yeah.
Greninja, man. This Greninja Secret Rare, man. That
Yes.
thing looks beautiful. The animation
Do you
on
guys
that
see?
looks crazy.
Yes.
Do you guys see the
It,
secret
it,
air? Sorry, secret art style like box they're gonna come out with a promo.
For what Pokemon?
wait, who?
Greninja for Greninja. It's coming out August 2nd. I don't know if you guys saw it.
No, I
Oh
haven't seen
It's
it.
yes.
it's like a promo box. They're coming out with Greninja. And it looks like a secret art.
Yeah.
It
Really?
looks insane. It looks so
In the
good.
next set,
Honestly.
right?
Yeah. It's gonna be I forgot what it's called. Yeah, it's not this set,
It's
it's
the
next set.
one with all like the dark. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay.
exactly. Yeah, they have a
Gotcha.
lot of good
Okay.
stuff. But they keep bringing back
No,
Palafin,
I'm
bro.
definitely
No one wants
excited.
Palafin.
Yo, actually, that's one card I
Yeah,
wanted
for
to
real.
talk about, man. It's Palafin, dude. That thing's gonna, it's very gimmicky. Coming from like I love rogue decks, dude. I feel like I'm gonna be playing that at one point, man. That being able to, dude, it's tanky, man. It's 340, hits for 250.
Oof.
And
So,
Yeah.
can you explain his ability
yeah,
real quick?
so what you gotta do is you
'Cause,
basically gotta
yeah.
have the basic fin sorry the basic dolphin went out. I forgot what the name is.
I think
Uh,
it's like Palazin.
it's Palacin. So you gotta
I
have
think
that in the
so.
active spot. You have to evolve it once in the active spot, sorry, and then you have to retreat
Yep.
it. Once you retreat it, you're gonna use its ability, which you switch your deck for the EX, put it onto put it into your bench, and then you shuffle the other Palafin the other Palafin into your deck. So basically
That's, that's a
you
lot.
can have a multiple EXs down from your bench.
Okay.
And the good thing is that it
Hmm.
stays in the bench. Like it stays like that till it gets defeated. It doesn't go back to its previous or anything like that. But that's the way you get it out. Which, if you think about it, you can kind
Hmm.
of use it with like maybe Iron Valiant if you want to get some damage down because you will be switching. Um,
Hmm. That's why it's in the Lost Zone box,
yeah.
or yeah, Lost box. It won sixth place in Japan, so
Oh, one with
you're
it.
doing something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Lost
sixth
Box
place.
would run
Yeah.
with it. I really wouldn't want to see it with Lost Box because I'm not hyped for using Lost Box. But I would potentially. I would give it a try. I would love to see this card, take some dubs. You know,
All right.
I'd be happy to see that. Another one that would really benefit from that energy card would be Macargo EX. It does discard energy, but at least one of those energy is a colorless, so it would work with that boomerang attack.
Boomerang.
Yeah, because
That's crazy.
I think it does 140, and then I think you have to discard. Let me check. I'll look for the effect real quick.
So,
Give me one
well,
second here.
while you
Yeah, go
while
ahead.
you look that up, yeah, while you look that up in the meantime, just so like finally close it out. We're right now we're sitting at 46 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, just to close it out pretty much. Name one deck that you think is gonna be slept on, or like a combination of a deck that you think is gonna be next up that no one's expecting.
Okay.
Ooh,
Uh,
you're gonna make me study mid podcast, man.
Here off the top,
Honestly,
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna say anything that has Teal Masquerade is gonna be really good. Any grass type deck is, but now they're gonna get like their they're gonna be able to get, yeah, they're gonna be able to get resources. So I mean, Torterra, maybe not Torterra, but like people who are trying to play like Venusaur. Again, like I said, one of my favorite decks might come back with this card. Regidrago V Star. Hopefully, I can play that again. It's one of my favorite decks. I know it's doing wonderfully and expanded, but I am a dude that only plays standard. So I'm really looking forward to this one card. Energy switch the leaf energy that you can attach to it from your deck, and attach it to my Regidrago and start knocking down some Charizards.
Okay.
What
What
about you
about you?
guys?
Can't sleep.
I would say what's it called? Raging Bolt EX with
Okay.
Palkia, Sandy, and the Steel or the Fighting Mask. Forgot her
Okay.
name. But
We're pump fighting.
yep, and then I don't know, Serena EX. Don't come for me, but I really feel like that's gonna be uh, a contender. So
A good contender.
yeah, man.
Solid. Solid.
What
What
about
And
about
you?
you, Dario?
I'm still look like I'm calling it. I'm calling it from right now, day one. Dragapult. Dragapult Lost Box is gonna be fucking insane. It's gonna
I don't want to
mark my
admit
words.
that, man.
You
I don't want to admit that.
Dragapult Lost Box. Dragapult Lost Box is gonna
Saberline
place.
Dragapult.
Yep. It's gonna
Yes.
place top eight in some regionals. That one
Hey, good thing I
and
already have
then
like
all the
7 copies of
one-time.
Repska. That's what I gotta say. I'm glad I have 7 copies of Repska already.
That's that's crazy.
it's
You're
gonna be
gonna have my
it's gonna be
Lost
ran
Box
in
already.
every deck now.
Hell no.
You
But
got Diva
listen, man.
Evolution coming.
You're
Yeah, either
right.
Greninja, like a Ninja Stall, Luxray Control, Iron Thorns Control, or the Dragapult Lost Box, man. I'm a Dragapult believer.
There you go. You can say Lost Box Believer too. It's okay.
I mean, it sounds like that's what he's saying, to be honest.
Yeah,
Dragapult Lost
right.
Box.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dragapult
hearing.
Lost Box.
That's
I'm just
funny.
saying, those damage counters go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, unless they
Can't beat
Repska.
'em. Wait, that means Jirachi might stop it since it's being placed. So
Yeah,
because
but
it
no one's
stops.
playing it anymore.
Well, the thing is
True.
that like Jirachi and Manaphy like block one thing that the other one doesn't. So
Yep.
like even with the Decidueye Iron Valiant deck, you would have to have both of them out or one Rapska
Mm.
to be able to stop all that damage going into your bench or to your Pokemon.
I'm gonna say, bro, is boss
True.
Jirachi to the active and canceling Cologne, bro. Problem solved. I'm just there.
That card is gonna Kenson Cologne's coming out. Is gonna be strong. Definitely gonna be strong.
It's
The thing
it's
I
already out.
stocked up.
I'm not sure if it's getting re-rotated in.
It's still in the format. It's a F.
Yeah, it's an F, but is it gonna get reprinted?
Shit, maybe not. I mean, but we'll see.
Make a
We'll see how it
gold
goes.
Yeah.
I'm
see
gonna
how
say
that goes,
Dragapult
but-
comes out. I'm gonna try Lost Box, and then I'm
There you
gonna make
go.
everybody a
There you go.
believer. I'm gonna make everybody a believer.
Make everybody a believer. Hey, I'll do
There
the
you
same
go.
with Palafin, man. How about that?
Say less.
Actually, no, I'll probably be playing Conkeldurr. That looks like a
Sure.
fun deck.
That's a good one. What about y'all?
All right.
Thank you so much for checking out our first ever
Mhm.
AceSpecs podcast. You're joined here with our
Yep.
3 hosts. I Can't Sleep. We have also Paw Bear 360, and then yours truly, Darkcast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you so
Alrighty.
much. We'll catch you next time. Later,
Yeah.
guys. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.